The Origins of Fenrir. Part 2. Loki's children had no part in this, however, and seemed to have been completely innocent until abused by the gods of Asgard. The full story of the binding of Fenrir is given in the 12th or 13th century poem Malshatak Vadi from the Orkneys and is alluded to in the Poetic Eddas Voluspa and the Prose Edda. Scholars usually claim that the wolf was chosen as the god's antagonist because the people of Scandinavia understood wolves as dangerous predators. But the story itself does not support this, as Fenrir is depicted as living peacefully among the gods as their pet until he is betrayed by them. At the same time, however, his name is thought to be derived from a creature of the fen, a marshland, associated with evil spirits and danger. Scholar Rudolf Simek comments, "The meaning of the name Fenrir has not been fully explained, but the most likely explanation is the link with Old Norse fen, marsh. Thus, Fenrir was originally a fen dweller, an appropriate name for such a monster. The myth of Fenrir is associated with the eschatological complex of concepts surrounding Ragnarok which developed in the 10th century. However, the myth might have been influenced even earlier than this by southeastern thought, such as the Caucasian legends of the fettered giant. The fettered giant Simek references is the Titan Prometheus of Greek mythology, who was bound to the Caucasus Mountains by Zeus, as punishment for giving humanity the gift of fire which, formerly, was reserved only for the gods. Prometheus is not only chained to the rock, but a giant bird swoops down each day and eats out his liver, which, because he is immortal, grows back each night only to be torn out and eaten the next day. The Greek tale features someone unjustly bound and tormented by the gods, and the Norse story of Fenrir echoes this same theme. The binding of Fenrir. The binding of Fenrir begins with the gods learning that Loki's children are being raised by their mother Angerboda in the giants' realm of Jotunheim. A prophecy informs them that these three children will one day cause the gods great distress, and so Odin either sends for them or leads the expedition that takes them from their mother. The three children are Fenrir the wolf, Jormungandr the serpent, and Hel, a goddess who is half living woman and half a blue, decomposing corpse. Odin is disgusted by Jormungandr and hurls him into the sea. He sends Hel to the dark realm of Niflheim, usually given as Hell below the icy world of Niflheim, where she is given charge of the 9 realms. Usually understood to mean she is to preside over the souls from those realms who died of old age or sickness. Fenrir is kept by the gods as a pet and is raised by them, but he begins to grow at an alarming rate, and only the Godter is brave enough to feed him, which encourages a friendship between the two. As Fenrir grows larger and larger, the gods remember the prophecy and think it in their own best interests to bind the wolf. They invite Fenrir to a contest of strength, telling him they don't believe he will be able to break free of the fetter known as loading. Fenrir allows himself to be chained and then easily breaks his bonds. The gods then forge a stronger chain they call Drami and try again, but Fenrir breaks these chains just as easily. Fenrir remains chained on the island of Lyngvi until the day of Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods. Like and follow to see Part 3.